In the infinite darkness beyond our skies, where time itself moves differently and silence rules all, a lone red car drifts through the cosmos. Its wheels will never turn again. Its driver, a mannequin in a white SpaceX suit, stares into eternity with no destination, no gravity, and no sound. The car is real. The man who sent it there is real. This is not a science fiction movie. This is the story of Elon Musk's Tesla Roadster, the first car to be launched into space, and how one man's imagination changed the way humanity dreams. It began with a desire that refused to be ordinary. Elon Musk had always believed that human life should not be confined to one planet. To him, Earth was a cradle, beautiful but temporary. He feared that one day war, climate change, or natural disaster could erase everything humanity had built. The only solution, he thought, was expansion, life among the stars. That belief became the foundation for SpaceX, a company born from courage and stubbornness. When Musk started it in 2002, people mocked him. They said it was impossible for a private company to compete with NASA or build reusable rockets. But failure never scared him. It fueled him. Every explosion, every broken rocket was a step closer to the sky. By the time 2018 arrived, SpaceX had already proven its power. Its Falcon 9 rockets had delivered satellites into orbit, resupplied the International Space Station, and returned safely to Earth again and again. Reusability was no longer a dream, it was a revolution. Yet Musk wanted something more. He wanted to inspire. He wanted to make the world look up again, to remember what wonder felt like. And that's when he decided to send something unexpected into space, his personal Tesla Roadster. Normally, test launches use blocks of concrete or steel weights as dummy payloads. But Elon Musk was never interested in ordinary. Instead of dead metal, he wanted something that could make people smile, something that told a story. So he took his bright red Tesla Roadster, polished it to perfection, placed a mannequin in the driver's seat wearing a SpaceX suit, and added a sign on the dashboard that read, "Don't panic." The words were borrowed from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, a book Musk loved as a child. Inside the car, he placed a tiny copy of that very book, and in the stereo, he set David Bowie's Space Oddity to play on a loop. It was part science, part art, and part dream. The rocket that would carry the Tesla was called Falcon Heavy, the most powerful operational rocket on Earth at the time. Built from 3 Falcon 9 boosters joined together, it could generate over 5 million pounds of thrust. Years of work, countless delays, and billions of dollars had led to this moment. If the launch failed, it could destroy not only the rocket and car, but also SpaceX's reputation. Musk knew the risks. "There's a good chance this car explodes on ascent," he joked, but behind the humor was tension. Failure meant everything. On February 6, 2018, the world watched. At Cape Canaveral, Florida, the same site where Apollo once sent men to the moon, the Falcon Heavy stood ready. Millions of people around the world tuned in to SpaceX's live stream. The countdown began. 10 seconds. The engines roared to life, a thunderous fire shaking the Earth. And then, like a dream, the rocket rose into the sky. Smoke trailed behind it, the sound echoing across the coast. It was a moment that united everyone, engineers, dreamers, and ordinary people who had never cared about space before. As the rocket ascended, 2 of its side boosters detached, turned around and returned to Earth, landing side by side in perfect synchronization. The sight was breathtaking, like 2 glowing towers descending from the heavens in a dance of precision. When they touched down, cheers erupted from control rooms, from streets, from living rooms around the world. For a few minutes, humanity felt connected, not by fear or conflict, but by pure awe. Then came the image that stunned the world. The nose cone opened, and out floated the Tesla Roadster. Cameras attached to it began streaming live video. There it was, a car gently gliding above Earth, with blue oceans and white clouds spinning below. The mannequin, nicknamed Starman, sat motionless behind the wheel, his visor reflecting the curve of the planet. David Bowie's haunting voice echoed across the broadcast. "This is ground control to Major Tom." People couldn't believe what they were seeing. Some laughed, others cried. For many, it was the most surreal image of the modern age. A car in space, orbiting the sun. But beneath the absurdity was something profound. It was proof of what humanity could do when imagination met engineering. The Tesla Roadster wasn't just a payload, it was a symbol. It represented risk, creativity, and the courage to dream without permission. Over the next few hours, the live stream continued. Viewers watched Earth grow smaller until it was nothing but a blue marble against the endless black. Then the cameras went silent. The mission was complete. The car had successfully entered an orbit around the sun that would take it as far as Mars. Musk smiled, exhausted and relieved. "It seems surreal to me," he said softly, "but it's real."